right, got a couple people chiming in in the chat. Jackson Johnson, Bobo needs to go from UGA. You're not alone in that sentiment, Jackson. I tend to think not. I tend to think Bobo is a damn good offensive coordinator. I would love to know what plays a offensive coordinator should call when his wide receivers can't catch the passes and his offensive line can't block people in the run game. Like it's like playing offense with almost two hands tied behind your back. And like last year, Mike Bobo was the offensive coordinator last year, folks. Let's not forget. And the offensive numbers were as good, if not better, than 2022 with Stetson and a similar supporting cast. So, and Bowers and McConkey both had injuries in 2023 as well, and that the offense was still putting up 40 a game. So, I'm gonna stick with Bobo. If Bobo's good enough for Kirby, he's good enough for me. We got Wind, I believe, if I'm pronouncing your name, or is that Will Notre Dame? Will ND. That's probably that is. I thought it was like Wind with like 4 eyes. Will ND, how was their O-line and receivers that bad? Was confusing for a program like Georgia. Well, the offensive line, I don't think I can explain. Georgia's recruited at the offensive line, as good or better than anyone in the country. I think that's why a lot of people put some pressure on Stacey Searles after this 2023 season. And the wide receiver group is frustrating but understandable. I think generational means generational. People throw that word around and then don't think about what it means when that generational talent is gone. If a guy's truly generational, you're not going to have one. It's going to be a drop off. You're not going to have one like that for a while. And Brock Bowers is truly generational. Like this guy's like maybe the best tight end in the NFL as a rookie. Like he was insane. And Brock Bowers was one of the best playmakers, if not the best playmaker in college football in 2023. And then you saw Ladd McConkey is a damn good playmaker in his own right. 1,000 yards as a rookie. So losing Ladd McConkey, losing Brock Bowers, and losing Marcus Rosemy-Jacksaint, kind of more of an what am I trying to say? I go blank on expressions when I'm on air. Unsung hero, I would say. Marcus Rosemy-Jacksaint, just a great blocker, great at making those physical catches in traffic. So Rosemy, you lose those three. Those are your top 3 receivers from a year ago. Obviously, and then you go in terms of off the field, Ra Thomas gets kicked off the team. You bring in Colby Young through the chance portal. He gets his suspension. So that's now 2 more. You lose your best 3 from a year ago. Now 2 more that you expect to be 2 of your best in 2024 are now out of the mix. So, I think that right there definitely, caused a lot of issues for Georgia's receiving group. And then Arian Smith, I have to imagine this guy is just the greatest practice player of all time. Like I say this with no knowledge of Georgia's practices, but damn, the guy is so damn fast and he continued to get on the field. And unfortunately, he was one of Georgia's best receivers at getting open. Unfortunately, he had a lot of drops, but yeah, I mean, the receiver group, you can understand a little bit more, even though I still think with the talent they had there, Dylan Bell, Dom Lovett, like it should have been good enough. Anthony Evans, but just, a lot of those guys just for whatever reason didn't do much. That receiver room is going to look a lot different in 2025. So, but it is confusing that I don't care who you are, 37 drops. Like I think if we simulated Georgia's season 100 times, I don't think they end that many season with 37 drops. Like I think that's just an outlier of a number. And then I think it gets kind of contagious after that. But yeah, who knows? Hopefully that's behind us in 2025.